Ever seen a cat try to catch its own tail? Well, you're about to. Picture this: a sprightly feline, tail twitching with mischief, embarks on a merry-go-round chase of its own appendage. Round and round it goes, a fluffy carousel spinning faster and faster until, whoops! The world spins, the cat flops, dizzy but undeterred. A moment of respite, a quick shake of its head, and it's back to the tail chase. Because let's face it, for a cat, what's more magnetizing than its own tail? Who knew a tail could be so elusive and entertaining? Now let's move from chasing tails to chasing, well, nothing at all. Imagine this: a feline warrior, eyes wide with a mix of determination and a touch of delusion, crouching low to the ground. This fearless feline is preparing for an epic battle, but not against a mouse or a feather on a string. Nope. This kitty is squaring off against, drumroll please, absolutely nothing. Watch as our brave little hero leaps into the air, front paws extended, claws at the ready. The target, an invisible enemy only our champion can see. The room echoes with the sound of a cat's battle cry, a sound that is more of a squeak than a roar. The leaps get higher, the pounce is more dramatic, and the imaginary foe remains elusive. But our kitty never gives up, bounding around the room with a tenacity that's as hilarious as it is heartwarming. And there you have it, folks. The world's most fearsome imaginary foe conqueror. Ever seen a cat on a slippery floor? No? Well, buckle up. Picture this: a sleek feline, all prim and proper, stepping onto a surface smoother than a freshly zambonied ice rink. The first steps are taken with the utmost confidence, but alas, the floor is a treacherous foe. With each step, our furry protagonist slides, skids, and spins, turning the room into its own personal merry-go-round. Now imagine the cat trying to gain control, the claws out in full force, but the slippery floor is unyielding. It's a dance, a tango between a cat and the floor. The cat, a flurry of fur and claws, the floor, a slick adversary. The hilarity ensues as our feline friend pirouettes and prances, slipping, sliding, and spinning, turning a simple walk across the room into a slapstick comedy act. Ice skating, anyone? Our feline friend here seems to have mastered it. So, what's the deal with cats and boxes? Let's find out. Now, if there's one thing we know about our feline friends, it's that they have an inexplicable love affair with boxes. And not just the big roomy ones. No, we're talking shoe boxes, cereal boxes, even jewelry boxes. If it's a box, it's a cat magnet. Picture this: a cat spots a shoebox, eyes wide, tail twitching. It approaches, cautiously at first, then with growing confidence. The box, of course, is far too small, but does that deter our feline hero? Absolutely not. It proceeds to contort itself into shapes that would make a yoga instructor blush, all in the name of fitting into this tiny box. And just when you think it can't possibly squeeze in any further, pop, out comes a paw, a tail, or even a head, only for the cat to hurriedly stuff itself back into its cardboard castle. It's a game of whack-a-mole, only with more fur and less mole. But it's not just the physical comedy that makes these boxed-in kitties so endearing, it's their sheer determination. They refuse to accept defeat no matter how many times they pop out of the box or get stuck halfway. It's like watching a fluffy four-legged embodiment of the saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And let's not forget the aftermath. Once our valiant feline has finally accepted that it cannot, in fact, fit into the box, it doesn't slink away in defeat. Oh no, it sits there, right next to the box, tail flicking, as if to say, I meant to do that. So is it the thrill of the challenge, the joy of the unexpected, or just the simple pleasure of a snug fit? We may never know why cats are so drawn to boxes, but one thing's for sure, it's a sight that never fails to bring a chuckle. No box too small, no cat too big, the eternal struggle continues. Scene script. Ever wondered what Mount Everest looks like for a cat? Probably something like this. Picture, if you will, a feline adventurer. This pint-sized Edmund Hillary has set its sights on the tallest peak in the living room, the formidable curtain. Watch as it approaches the base of the climb with all the seriousness of a seasoned mountaineer. The ascent begins. Each upward leap is a blink-and-you'll-miss-it moment. But oh, the drama of the descent. The curtain gives way under the weight of our intrepid explorer, resulting in a slide that's less graceful glide and more furry missile. But does our hero admit defeat? Never. With a shake of its tail and a twitch of its whiskers, it's back on the climb, up, down, up, down. It's a feline version of the hokey pokey. And as we chuckle at this display of sheer determination mixed with adorable clumsiness, we can't help but think, who needs a mountain when you have a perfectly good curtain, right? Well, that was a roller coaster of feline frolics. Have you ever seen a cat trying to catch its own tail? I mean, that's like us trying to catch our own shadows, right? It's hilarious. And let's not forget the cat that thought it was a gymnast on the slippery slide. If there was an Olympic event for cat sliding, I bet that little fur ball would have taken home the gold. Oh, and how about the one that was boxed in, literally? Boxed in by its own curiosity, yet it managed to turn that box into a fortress of solitude. If Superman was a cat, that's probably where he'd hang out. And the best part, it's just a regular old box to us, but to a cat, it's a world of endless possibilities. Then there was the curtain climber, a cat that's part mountaineer, part ninja, scaling those drapes like it was Mount Everest. The determination, the focus, it was nothing short of inspirational. If only we could channel that kind of energy into our daily chores. And that's the beauty of cats, isn't it? They find joy in the simplest of things. A piece of string, a cardboard box, even their own tail. It's a reminder that happiness is often found in the smallest of moments. Remember, when life gets tough, there's always a cat out there doing something hilariously cute.